Welcome into the Instant Reraise podcast. I am one of four hosts, Pipster, Beastaru, AndyHara. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing fantastic.
Good, doing good.
Fantasticals? Perfect.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
How you
right,
doing
so
tonight, Chester?
on this episode, first, can we talk about a loss? Can we talk about a loss real quick? It's very
Lost?
personal to me. My beard. I've lost a personal.
Oh,
Oh,
Chester, it's
yeah,
not
yeah,
that
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
I just want to address this because I feel like the fans need to know.
All
I fought off
one of
so
you out
many.
there.
Yeah, I fought off all the goblins, and they shaved me.
Mm-hmm.
They sheared me like a sheep in East Rockford. Anyway, so guys, tonight we got some things on the docket. Gonna give some character updates like we always do week to week. Let you guys know where we are to make you feel a little bit more comfortable about not being like 75 already, like some of these wingbats are.
Yeah, there are several.
We're normal.
If I lived in my parents' basement, I'd
No,
be at level 75 too.
if I was able to take off of work just to play, I would. I admit I would.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, go ahead. I
good.
don't want
No, good. Get into it.
to
Go ahead.
like it is pretty cool that we're progressing at our own rate
Mhm.
without feeling like we're missing out on anything.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
It's a really good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because with retail, like
Oh,
if you did any of this, it's for
Mhm.
fun, if you enjoy it kind of thing. But like everything was like at the end game kind of thing. If you ever want to do something and group up, it was there. So it's kind of cool. That you can yell to help with the mission or whatever, or need help with the quest, and there's people there to help.
Absolutely, yeah. And link shells are forming. I see a lot of people yelling in like towns and cities, or cities rather, just like, "Hey, looking for social link shell. Please invite." Blah blah blah. Like the community is very lively. So we'll jump into it. I was gonna go through like the topic. I mean, we're gonna do character updates. Then we're gonna jump to unlocking advanced jobs, as well as some key farming we've been on. Um, farming woes, kind of like a guild. This is kind of wrap into like the progression too, I think, a little bit. And then we'll go over one of the battle systems that was kind of teased last episode. So let's start with character updates. Beast, let's start with you. Where are you at? What are you doing? Have your goals changed at all?
Goals haven't really
going on?
changed. My black mage is at 26. Or I'm sorry, 31. My white mage is still at 21. And I did go and unlock Beastmaster, of course, but I haven't gotten to touch it yet. So I've been trying to get my thief up. Thief's about 900 away from 13, so I just want to get 15 to get the treasure hunter, so I can have a sub job to farm for. That's really
Nice.
it. No, I'm sticking to my black mage. I'm gonna trail along my red mage for my sub job with you guys. With whatever you guys are doing. I know everybody's unlocked their advanced jobs, so I'll bring my red mage along. That way I don't have to worry about leveling up a sub job after that.
Good. Andy, what you got?
so my warrior is at 30 now, and as of last night, I unlocked Paladin. So, just working on missions, and eventually I'll get around to unlocking Dark Knight, but it's down the road, you know.
We have to stop him from unlocking Dark Knight, so we always have Tank.
Yeah.
So, Tank, I'll tell you right now, Andy, once you get up to Dune's level on Paladin, you are going to be getting invites, like blind invites, tells, even if you're not flagged the party.
I've been getting blind invites now on Warrior.
Yeah, it's in dire need Tanks right now. We'll go over this in a little bit, but Ninja, I'm not sure if you guys are aware of some of the changes they made, but we'll go over that in a little bit after we talk about our progression. 8, what do you got going on?
So I got my white mage up to 30, and I went and unlocked Bard. So I got that up to like level 11 today. Pretty
That was
pretty
quick.
cool.
That's
Yeah,
so quick.
yeah, using popping rings at low levels, it's
I feel like there's a huge difference when you have a sub job too. Like it's kind of amazing how much it helps as far as killing quickly.
Yeah, I was rocking a level 1 Beastmaster
Really?
and just
The
yeah,
sub?
I was just charming stuff and like fucking going to town on whatever I could find.
Oh, no way.
There you
That's
go.
cool.
Yeah, so it kind of worked out. And like the songs are cool. I don't know. It feels I don't know. I like Bard. So
Yeah.
it feels good to have buffs, you know.
hmm
Bard for you is like Black Mage for me, or what would be Corsair, obviously. But
And it's funny because I picked up Bard because who was it? Nadar back in
Nadar.
Retail. Like we rocked this pretty small link shell, so like we had to play specific drops, otherwise we couldn't do content. But he did Bard, he got it up, he did it. He was getting a ton of the gear, but he just played it so bad. Like
3-song bard. Do you need it?
he wasn't like swapping gear. The durations were all jacked up. The potency, he wasn't really paying attention to it. So like he wasn't as good as he could have been.
sounds like me
So
trying to play Bard.
so
Mm.
I went out and got got some Arimas before I even unlocked Bard, and then I just burned through it, and it was
You were good at it too.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was-
You're one of those players, kind of like Pip and Andy, where no matter what you play, you're pretty good at it. I mean, doesn't
Oh,
matter
you're in
what
that
it
category.
is.
I think we're all in that category, honestly. If we're playing the game this long, and yeah, we're all in that
True.
category.
Yeah,
We're all in that category.
What about you, Pipster?
Yeah. So I got Thief up to 31. I'm only 900 to 32, mainly because I went out and scoped out. I will go over this in a minute, but like the one of the keys that we're going for Kazam, the key items. But yeah, no. So I'm almost 32 on that. God dang, I unlocked Beastmaster as my first advanced job, which was exciting. I'm super excited. As always, as you guys know, totally can't make a decision to save my life. I'm gonna bring up Beastmaster. It's kind of like a side project. I'm gonna probably stick with Thief. Maybe stay tuned on our progression talks, because if I go off on Beast and it's amazing, I'm probably just gonna rock with that. But
I'm gonna go ahead and make a prediction now. It's gonna come back Red Mage in about 3 weeks.
no joke, no joke. I've been like scoping out spells.
That would be fine.
Like,
I
I'm
would
like,
be okay
no
with
joke.
that.
No
I'll
joke.
go to the side and level Red Mage on the side instead.
Well, the problem is we haven't run into any bad red mages yet. Any red mage we get in the party, they're, I'm assuming, capped
Pretty
enfeebling.
Yeah, pretty decent.
So like they're backup curing appropriately. I think we ran into one instance where one was going to try to melee, but we asked them to go backline, and they're perfectly fine with it. Like, yeah, of course, yeah.
Well,
So
they were looking to get skill ups, and I mean,
sure, you can't blame them.
Well, sometimes you're in a party where you can kind of do that, but
Mhm.
with
You
what
gotta
we were
wait till you're
fighting, we
right.
didn't have that option.
Right, and Andy forgetting his chess piece.
oh, for
That didn't
God's
help.
sake.
We worked it out.
But no,
wait,
I
hold
also
on.
didn't think we were
Andy,
going to
Yeah.
level think that low.
This is your opportunity because Pip forgot food. Pip
Yep.
forgot his ranged weapon.
Yeah.
So
but
you got to fire back.
Yeah, no butts.
hold on. He had no chess piece. I still had a boomerang.
Because I had
So
I
am
had literally
still
put it in
prepared.
storage just before we went out. Okay.
I did too. I just wanted noted though, I was still prepared. I'm like double layer prepared.
You were double.
So
Wrap it twice.
So this is a public announcement to everybody going out to EXP. Always make sure you have your consumables, your food, your potions.
I had my food. I had my food. I don't want to hear it from Pip.
And if you're going to level sync, because it's very common nowadays, level sync does not level sync your gear. Make sure you always keep your gear a few levels down, or just turn down parties that level sync underneath gear that you have.
Put it in your search comment. Put it in your XP comment under what is it under? I think it's comments.
Search
XP
comments.
party.
Yeah, search comments.
Yeah, and then put like level sync to whatever your lowest acceptable is, so that people can look at it and be like, okay, we can't invite him because he can only go down to like 30 and we're a 25 party or something like that. That way no one's confused. I love search.
I think at this point we shouldn't really need to level sync.
I don't want to anymore. It hurts skill ups.
It does, but I have a feeling it's going to be a huge part of leveling. all the way to 75.
Well, yeah. Well, let's get into that real quick. So the thing we've been farming, I just kind of said it, but keys. We've been farming that the last week. Once a night we'll go out to the specific zone. What is it? Palboro Mines, Gideus, and Fort. Or no, Yoder. Yo,
You-
Yo,
I don't know how to say
Yotor,
it.
Yodi Jungle.
no, not
No,
Yodi Jungle. Yoder
it's-
Grotto.
Oh,
That is
you're
the
Grotto.
grotto.
Yeah. So we had to. So we started there. We started with the orcs. That was probably the most overcamped one out of all the ones we kind of faced. No, wouldn't you think?
I think they all went quick, to be honest.
Well,
From
quick,
a
yeah, whatever.
camping standpoint,
The grotto, I feel like, was maybe the fastest.
yeah, because it was the grotto was annoying because we went to for first camp and it was like overcamped. Then
That's
we
what it
like
was,
went
yeah.
to the second room, but once we got the second room, like nobody went into the room we were in because they knew they weren't
Yeah.
gonna get anything.
Except for one guy, freaking, what was that guy's name? Something Hammer or whatever.
Hammer hands.
Hammer
Hammer hands, the Galka.
Yeah. I was like, get out of
Staying
here.
Star Trek stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
said
goodness.
it. Yeah, it was funny.
The needs of the many outweigh the few, or whatever he said.
The needs
Like
of the
some
few
kinda-
outweigh the needs of the many.
That's what it is. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
he's like Star Trek quote, blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, what? Like, get out of here.
Wow.
Yeah. And then so we got our keys there, and it was kind of like a bing bang boom. Like as soon as one, we got the other two, and then I think I dropped party and accepted one from somebody else, like someone else who was shouting in zone.
Mm-hmm.
So that sped it up a little bit.
That helped out a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And then from there we moved to Gideus against the Yagudo. We actually saw the Monster Signa NM pop. We did not get claim on it. We weren't really trying though either. But that one wasn't too bad. I don't remember that being taking too long. Right?
No,
I
that
don't
one
think that
wasn't bad. I think the
Yep.
worst
Nah,
I think
was
they
the
all
mines.
went. They all went quick.
Yeah. And then finally Palboro Mines. That one was kind of overcamped too, because there's really only like a quadrant of the quad offs, unless we just didn't look far enough. There was enough mobs though, if there was only like maybe
Mhm.
2 or 3 parties, but it was overcamped when we first got there. But we got a lot of claims. And again, we got them bing bing boom and got the air pass, and we haven't been to Kazam yet. At least I haven't been. Have you guys
I
gone?
haven't. Nope.
No,
Yeah,
No.
I
like
stuck
I was
around
gonna.
and grabbed Beastmaster the next day after you guys had already grabbed it that
Yep.
night.
Yep. So
yeah, I'm not doing that.
what?
Beastmaster.
You don't have to. You can fall behind. That's fine. Um,
We'll just 3-man it.
yeah, it's
Okay. I see how it is. I'm fucking unlocking Dark Knight tonight. Fuck
oh,
y'all.
jeez. Okay, good luck with that. I'm not helping you with that.
You
Good
just
luck.
lost your fucking tank.
Is that a hard one to
Uh,
unlock?
You got to kill 500 mobs, or it's 500 or 1,000
Gosh.
mobs with like a
Oh,
1
that's
damage
right.
999 delay greatsword.
That's
I think it's
right.
only 100.
I'll do it.
That's
Bring
all
it
I'll
up.
do.
Is it only? What is it?
I'll say it's
Dark
only 100.
Knight.
Yeah.
It's 100 damage or 100 delay.
No, it's
100
not.
mobs.
It's 100
Oh,
mobs.
it's 100 mobs. Okay.
Yeah, but if
Blade
you're
of
high,
Darkness quest. Let's see. Good. Continue. I'm gonna look this up real quick. Hang on. Oh, okay, you must now slay 100 monsters with a sword equipped in order to activate its potential.
yeah.
The sword is Chaos Bringer. It's a damage 3, 666 delay. I apologize, not 99999 or whatever. It's 666.
Mark of the Beast.
Yeah, Mark of the Beast in these nuts.
No,
I was the one going for it.
no pun intended.
All I'm
Hey.
saying is, Beast. It's a no gear job. You don't need any gear whatsoever. I'm like using logging gear. And that's sword, and my pet does most of it. It's awesome.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Like,
It's good now, not going to be good later. I understand.
yeah,
I get it.
yeah,
I get it.
like-
It's a cheap way to get places. That's it.
yeah. Because like my bard. Oh no, I'm sorry. My white mage. I didn't give a shit about gear. I just got the bare minimum kind of thing.
Mhm.
But my board.
Pimp it out.
I'm gonna pimp it out and fucking
Nice.
be good.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to pimp out yet. I don't know. Let's see what I invest in.
Dude, let's be serious. You're gonna pimp out everything because
Yeah,
you
that's
can't
true.
help yourself.
I can't.
Gil-
Well, money.
Gil is
Gil is
harder this game.
It is.
Gil is
You
restrictive. Man.
can't.
I didn't become okay. So in OG, I was thief originally all the way through. Nothing else. Just straight thief and ninja sub. That was it. Right. And then after that, it exploded when I became 75 and I was doing like Sky and Limbus because I had money. And then I just went to the most expensive job, Ranger, because I'm an idiot. And then I went to Warrior and Black Mage because Black Mage burns were a thing with Outer Gone. And so, I mean, I just kind of like went with whatever I liked after that. And I don't even know if taking Thief in this server would even give me that availability because it just seems hard. It's just freaking hard, man. I think we have to do some BCNMs and get rich quick.
I think it's just probably hard at low level. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
It is. I mean, I'm finding ways. And what we'll get into that. So we got with progression, we kind of talked about unlocking advanced jobs, right? Um, you unlock advanced jobs after what is it? What was the
Level 30.
criteria? Level
Have to-
30. That's right.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah. So 30, and that after you unlock your first advanced job, you get +5 wardrobe space, which I don't know about for you guys, but for
That was
me,
huge.
it was awesome,
Yeah.
even though it was only 5.
Yep. I'll take 5 all day.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then 8, I think you confirmed on the second unlock. There's no additional
Nothing.
space, right?
Nope.
Yeah, that
That's
stinks.
poopy.
That is really poopy. It's pooptacular. All right,
We gotta earn them.
well, you gotta earn those spaces. So, have you guys heard anything? Like, have you read in the Discord? The only other space I've read is rank 3 and COP mission completions.
But
I
rank 3,
don't
you
know
said gives you 10.
10.
That's
That's what
pretty
I've
big.
heard. It's
Yeah.
huge.
That's way better
Um,
than I was expecting another 5.
That would be so gross.
Yeah.
I'm
Mm.
assuming rank 5 will get us some more. I hope. I mean, that's
Yeah,
the big one. That's airship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're just tied to like overall progression. So like COP and ROZ, right? Zillor give you additional space.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Oh, okay.
have been confirmed.
Oh, okay.
So I think just progressing the game and like I am looking forward to them giving us more inventory slots. I just hope they don't. I hope that's not the reward for a lot of the content.
I hope so. Not either. Like your reward is inventory space. Like no. I mean, they did add custom beast gear to a BCNM. So like, there's custom gear that they
That's
put into
cool.
the game. Yeah, it has pet accuracy and attack on it or something like
Wow.
that. The piece
Okay.
wasn't there before, but they just created it. So they have the ability to at least take something, rename it, give it an ID, and then give it stats. So
That's cool.
who knows what we're going to see? And they'll have to do that because it's a 75 era server that's going to be like that
For the
forever.
rest,
So
yeah.
they're going to have to modify stats a lot. I wonder if they're going to do it on like a percentage base or something. Like once it gets above into like the 80, 85 range and stuff like that.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure they haven't really thought about it too much at this point
Except
because
Yeah, it's
for
one
me.
of those I'll cross
They're
that bridge when
trying
we
to
get to it.
iron out the bugs.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're just trying to keep things going at this point. I
Speaking
think,
of
Keep this thing going.
ironing out bugs, it seems like the bug for logging in is completely fixed.
yeah,
Which is
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. At
You can
least
log in
I
very
haven't
quickly.
had any issues logging in.
The only
Zero.
times the only times you may have an issue is they have the login server restarting itself every few minutes. I don't know, a few minutes, but like on an interval. So if you do get stuck or you see server offline on the launcher, just give it a few minutes before you try again, and you should be getting just fine.
Yeah, nice. It's super quick too. And you can always flush your DNS too if you have issues after you get past
That's a good point.
the my goodness, the launcher. So
Only
yeah,
if you're
you can always try that
comfortable.
too. Yeah.
That's helped me a time.
Only
or
if
two.
you're comfortable, right? Only if you don't, it's such an easy command.
It is.
Please feel comfortable doing it. It makes everything so much snappier. But yeah, so the login issues that we talked about last week or in the prior episode, those have been resolved. We're on to black screens. Black screens kind of cropped up after they fixed this. That was touched on in the last maintenance this morning. It is better. I have still gotten stuck in cities though, a few times.
It seems like the cities are the worst.
It's just the most
Yes.
congestion.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got to kind of expect it, and it's not as bad as it was before. It's not like a game or a game time killer, gameplay killer, because it's so fast to log back in now. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
really hurt you that bad.
Yeah, getting the double whammy of the black screen on top of the long login was
That was
rough.
rough.
Exhausting. Yeah, that was borderline. Just like I'm gonna walk away for a little bit. till they fix
Mhm.
it type stuff. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a couple times
we
it took me close to 45 minutes to log back in, and there were lots of expletives.
yeah, yeah. All right, guys. So Guild Woes, we've touched on it many times already.
hmm
I'm not giving out
Um,
any my secrets.
I'm broke.
I don't have any secrets.
There's
I-
no secrets. You just got to put the time in. That's
Yeah,
basically it.
it is
that's
essentially it.
what it boils down to. Yeah, like crafting, obviously, it's a good one. The market is weird. Like you have to like play right.
Hmm.
It does seem
Like,
like it takes money to make money.
mhm.
Even if all
Yeah.
you're going to be doing is gathering, buying extra the gear and things like that, it does seem to help. It may not
Yeah.
be noticeable at first, it seems like, from what I've heard and what we've noticed. But
Yeah.
if you put a little bit of money into whatever you're wanting to do, it seems like you do get that in return, at least 2 or 3 fold.
Yeah. I
A-
can
a-
confirm. Oh, good. Good. Good.
and the price of crystals it's going up. Like
Yeah,
that's
crystals will be
always
big.
it's always a viable income, especially like fire crystals. I think today they
Mm-hmm.
went spiked up to like 2,500 a stack.
Go kill
So
some orcs. Go kill some orcs.
yeah, kill some
Wow.
orcs. It's
Goblins too, I think. Certain goblins.
yep, throwing gobbies,
Yeah.
orcs. So get some levels while you're
Yeah.
making some money.
Fishing
It's
gear,
important. Yeah,
things like that.
it's important on Horizon if you're going to do fishing, get the fishing gear. If
Mm-hmm.
you're going to do harvesting, logging, or mining, get the appropriate harvesting, logging, or whatever. And you gotta make sure you look at it too, because the green set, the field set, there's 3 pieces for each grouping. Not all 4 are needed for each one. So if you only plan on doing logging, just get the 3 that are logging, get the 3 that are mining, and get the 3 that are harvesting. You don't have to buy all 4 and go completely broke. So, because hatchets are freaking expensive,
I think,
so
yeah.
expensive, and there's no cheap option. You get it from the NPC, and that's it, man. There's no cheap option with that. So good luck with you. I would suggest not going out and do logging until you have the set. That's where I'll
Yeah,
leave it. That's where I'll leave it. Go get the set if you plan on logging, period. Probably the same with mining, although I have not mined. Um, I did also want to note that at least in Fort Gelshba, the logging, the community is fantastic. I've had such a blast. So if you're not aware, on Horizon, the nodes are public, meaning they are open to everybody. It does not lock somebody into a node. So feel free to go and lumberjack your was gonna say something. Lumberjack your
Balls
bleep
off.
off.
I'll
Yeah.
say it. Balls
Lumberjack your
off.
balls off. Because I've not met so many friendlier people. And the reason why it's just fun running as a group. You just see a horde of freaking lumberjacks. And just to let you know, there's no over farming because there's only like 4 logs that drop from a tree. Once that happens, the node disappears. So it's not like no one's benefiting by not doing it. So whatever.
yeah. The group
Mining. Yeah, good.
benefits.
Good.
So
Yeah,
it's
the
like
group benefits. Yeah.
the group benefits because they spawn quicker, they die quicker, so it's just
Yep.
more
It's faster.
efficient. Yeah.
Yes.
It does seem
Because
like the new nodes pop up way faster on Horizon than they did on retail.
yeah, there's only 3 nodes in Gelshba, and the only way that they'll spawn faster is if a group of people are whacking the same tree, because a lot of the times you will get nothing. So you'll hit the tree, you didn't find anything, you didn't find anything. So that process, the no finding things, speeds up exponentially with the more
Damn,
people. So then
damn
you kind
kids whacking
of
off of my trailer.
I will say that
Fort.
there's a lot of people converting from mining to lumberjacking because it's so toxic in mining. Like people have that retail mind of like, this is my node, leave me alone, go away. They're dumb. They need to figure out that the faster you kill a node, the faster another one will respawn, and everybody makes out. So there's my tip. Just
And
a tip.
if
Need
you
to
can't afford
keep the rest
the
of it.
if you can't afford the gear, Mocarp is becoming a little bit more uh I guess worth selling.
hmm
So and it's a pretty
hmm
easy like we can start catching them with like the 50 gil was it EU or
The
Willow? The
bamboo?
Willow?
Willow from the
Yep.
vendor is the
Yeah,
cheapest.
the bamboo one's like 500 gil. But you can do it with the willow too. And if you have 2K to splurge, buy some insect paste. From me, if
I
possible.
was about to say
Or if you got a buddy that hooks you up.
Slash
Yeah.
C space EIT8. Just send me
I'll
a
hook
tell.
I'll hook you up. But no, I just buy it from the auction house because insect paste, like you'll catch a ton more mocarp, and like if you use little worm, you're gonna catch a lot of crayfish, which
Skill ups.
scallops, it's not really worth it. So that's what I would recommend, and you should be able to make enough money pretty quickly to either continue fishing or jump over to the harvesting side of things.
I've been holding off on fishing, but I think Mocarp's finally at the price where I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna start fishing.
It's becoming a little more worth it at this point. Before it was
Yeah.
like my sold for like 500 gil, 600, like 1,000.
Oh,
Like
I was
Yeah.
there. I was all for it when it was 1,000 gil a stack.
I
Well,
wanted to
yeah.
wait until while I was leveling up, it was gonna make me bigger profit.
Yeah.
Kind of like Ballad. That I kind of got a.
Ugh.
you have bad advice from me.
Crafted?
No,
yeah.
no, it wasn't. I didn't have to sell it, but yeah, of course, when I sell it, it immediately goes up almost 20K
Mm.
overnight.
Ugh. That's not
It
your
was
fault though. There
no, it
seems to be
wasn't.
something going on there. There seems to be
was a
something
hu-
shady,
Yeah,
sinister going on there. I will say that I refuse to fish, and for the simple fact that I play a mini game to fish, and if I beat the fish, I still can break a line. I can still not catch the fish. I refuse to do it. I don't like that. If I beat fish in mini game, I get
fish.
something. Fish, yeah. I
Well,
get fish.
You
well,
get
I don't like it.
if
bucket, sir. You get a rusty bucket.
That
if
even
you
that's fine. I just want something.
if you use the right line, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
the right bait and the right rod, like, and it's a good feeling. Like it's never gonna break.
Yeah, and explain that a little bit. Explain the terrible definition and the bad definition and all that. Can you give us a
So
little rundown on that real quick?
yeah, so in when you're fishing, like, and you snag something, you'll get probably like there's a few messages, but the three main ones are gonna be you have a terrible feeling. That means you're probably gonna catch anything. If you see something ferocious pulling at your line and you're like in a open area, it's probably a monster. So hit escape or hit the B button
Yeah,
on control.
B-button.
Just
Yeah.
just cancel it so that way
Or
like you
just
don't lose.
NPK a leveling party near you.
Oh yeah, that's a well, we could talk about it in a bit. But if it's a bad feeling, there's a chance you can get it, but there's also a pretty good chance you're gonna break your line. So if you're fishing with a lure, like breaking your line, you will lose your lure. So I feel like it's not really worth it. If you get a good feeling, it's pretty much a guaranteed catch. I think, and this is like I can't say this for sure because I'm not that high yet. But at the higher levels, like if you don't have the right bait and rod, then you can still break your rod, even if it's like a good feeling kind of thing. So
Ooh. See, I refuse to do that. No, I
Yeah.
don't like it.
I don't do it.
That's right. That's why I don't do it. That's why I'm not rich. Like eight.
I mean it's beneficial because like I take the fish and with cooking, I can basically cook them to
Mhm.
NPC them at a higher level. So like there's no waiting in the auction house. There's
That's smart.
just sitting there and just fishing. It takes longer and it's obviously not as probably profitable as some of the other crafts, but it is consistent. So
Yeah, and I've seen that mentioned multiple times by people in the crafting Discord. They're like these the quote is like these people out here complaining about Gil, yet there's a level like X synth where they can just catch X fish like at a very low level and do it for like 3,000 per stack profit or something like that. Like it's insane, but you have to connect the dots. You have to be able to see a gathering transform into a craft or something like that to be able to do it. So, and those people will win, just like 8. He's rich. Asking for money.
not super rich.
He
I'm
has
just
been the bank for us, basically. He's given me
Yeah.
a loan.
Yep.
I'm just saving for what's it called? Is it Mary's Horn?
Yeah.
Mary's Horn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that
Yeah.
sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going for 75K right now. So
We could
That's not
always
bad.
farm it.
That's not bad. What level is that? That's the lower level
It's
one in
lower,
Kronstadt,
yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
the other one's Bloodstained Andy or something like that, right?
yeah, that one's like 60 something. Like we're not killing that anytime soon.
It's some badass name. All right, so that's where we are currently. So that's like an overview, unlocking the jobs, exam keys. We are progressing at a normal clip, I would say. So I think that's very admirable where we are. I think we're still with the curve. I keep checking the AH for like gear wise to see where it is. There's a couple crafters up in the 50s, like the 50 zone for crafting, but there's not many and there's not a lot of sales. So that tells me that we're right kind of maybe right behind, maybe the high 30s, 40s is where the bulk of people are, which
Mhm.
is fine. But a lot of people are finding out they can't afford the gear, so they have to go do a craft, which is why I think crystals have shot up recently, like because they consistently sell for the I'm sorry, the 2K or the above 2K price range for like fire and stuff. So,
Yeah, fire dropped down to like 40
mm.
stacks on the auction house earlier.
What?
So
Crap, man!
they
Someone's
are,
going hard.
so yeah, they're getting bought out pretty quickly. So
Dang, I need my harvest. Anyway, um, okay, so we'll touch on our last topic here, which is a battle system. The battle system of the week is Eco Warrior. I've never heard of this.
and
Our
Mhm.
resident expert is 8, so why don't you take it away, 8?
and my expertise is from 2004.
It's gonna be pristine then. It's gonna be perfect.
So it might make sense.
Totally up to
No,
date.
I've done it twice in Horizon. It's so it's a pretty cool battle system that is very early. It level syncs you to 20, so make sure you have, you know, gear that level syncs to 20. Um, you'll see them shouted. Every city has its own kind of location. So I'm from Sandy, so Ichor is in the Ordell Caves. But basically, usually you see a shout, or you can start your own party if you like. Um, you create an 18-man alliance. You don't really have to worry about tanks or healers too much as long as there's like one or two of them. Especially on the healer side, like one per party would be fantastic. But if you got red mages or people that can back up heal, you're probably fine. And like nukers range is usually pretty good. So I usually like going on black mage when I do these. That way I can just warp out when I'm done. Um,
It is nice
so
being able to warp.
Smart.
Beast.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Smart.
but if I saw there wasn't enough white mage, then obviously I would go white mage
Yeah.
because I want to make sure we succeed. So you go there, you level sync inside, or you talk to an NPC. I forget the NPC's name, but there's one in each zone that will level sync you and apply kind of like the battle level sync system.
Mhm.
From there, as a group, you go down and there's aggro, so you'll kill a bunch of things all the way to the NM, which is triggered by 3 question mark items. So if you see 3 question marks and you're in the party, do not click it unless you're like the leader or it's coordinated and you're
Ready.
supposed to click it because it will spawn it immediately. So
Ooh.
usually people pause, they buff up, they heal up, make sure they got, they're ready for the fight. But sometimes somebody like you get there, you're fighting the entire time and they're low on MP and somebody pops it and a bunch of people start dying because nobody was really ready for it. But it's a giant slime. I don't know what to call like the
I think there's a slime, yeah. Yeah.
like the Zerde, just bigger.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, yeah, it's one of those like Bellator's
Oh.
Rex from back in I don't know exactly what the name of that family is, but it's a
It's
slime.
a Botellus.
Yeah,
Botellus
Botellus.
family.
Yeah.
It's an amorph family,
Bottles.
but yeah,
Um,
big type amorph.
so you kill it. Once you kill it, you hit 3 question marks. And yeah, it's
So 5,000
y-
gil?
yep. When you hit the question mark, you have to go back to the NPC that gave you the buff to level sync you down.
Okay.
So that way you get the key item or the dialogue, whatever, that will allow you to complete the quest and get 5k gil and a scroll that gives you between 5 to 1,000 XP, which is, you have a job that you want to kind of level up and not really level up, you can always just, pop it on that. You can do that every week. and it's easy money, kind of fun. If we had some disconnects, we had some issues here and there, but normally if you don't really have too many issues, like you can do it like in like 25 minutes.
That was
Oh,
going to be my
wow.
question. How long does it normally
Yeah.
take?
Yeah.
25 minutes. That's not bad for 5K. Easy 5K.
It kind of
Mm.
Yep.
blows my mind that Square Enix put something in such low level and like it's not really done a lot. I think people
Mhm.
just focus on leveling and just blowing past these things,
Yeah,
but
I
like
never
there's
did it.
content. And to have a Botulis
That's what I was
that
just
low
thinking.
level,
Yep.
like holy moly, dude! If I would
That
have
long ago.
experienced that, yeah, back in OG, I've been crap my pants. Like, what the hell is this thing? I've
That's
never
like
Yeah,
seen this
it,
ever.
I remember first
Yeah,
doing it. It was pretty cool. It was like my first introduction to like an alliance content. Like, wow, this
yeah.
is so cool.
Well, it's
Um,
practice.
Yeah,
mhm.
that's
Like
true. That's a good point.
they always say 11 never hold your hand, which it doesn't at all. But they don't like train you into like things, but they do. You just have to know about the content, which I guess that's maybe a failure of 11, not kind of guiding you through this, but or guiding you to this event. But like it's awesome. It sounds awesome. Now a question for you: when you level sync down and you're running through Ordelis caves, are they just regular? You're not instanced, right? So it's just like regular mobs in the area that will aggro you.
Yeah, it's just the regular mobs are there.
Okay, all right.
So if you
I don't
had
know if you.
somebody that was like higher level could clear the path for you?
Clear the path. As I was just thinking, yeah.
I guess
Yeah, because
technically,
there's no special mobs. It's just the mobs in the zone. So,
but they're
like,
not
if
that hot. They're not that hard. It's just it's regular
Yeah.
mobs. I mean,
it's just
it's
trash mobs, yeah. Well,
you
if someone's
just
partying there and they're just like killing all the mobs in the way or whatever, so that could be
yeah, yeah,
something too.
yeah.
Or
And
Delos Caves used to be pretty cool for that.
and something that should be said on that, like if you're a white mage where you can raise, so if you're like level 50 or 25 or whatever,
Hmm.
and you can raise. When the fight is over, and if you touch the three question marks to get your key item, you can log out and log back in and raise anybody that dies, so that way they can get their key item as well.
Oh, that's smart.
Um, yeah, so
Good tip. Yeah.
yeah, because a lot of people die all the time, so just got to make sure you res them, and yeah, like you still get your gil and everything, and you won't have a level sync on your way out, so which is nice too.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice. All right. So there you go, guys. There is the Eco Warrior. That is the battle content of the week. I think the next one that we actually might do, since we got some drops on it, is Garrison. Yeah, do some Garrison.
I'd be down for Garrison. I don't know
Mhm.
that I've ever done that either. I
I've never
knew
done
of
it
it.
either.
I
There's
just
an
never
axe
did
that
it.
I want.
I've gotten the items for the
I got
uh
him.
West Frontier and Civitor or
Windy.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I need to
Is
do a
that
little
Alliance
research.
content? Yeah, let's do research. Let's do some research before we talk about it. But yeah, I'm very interested in doing that. Maybe we can all get into an Eco Warrior so we can talk about our experiences next week and then
Yeah, that's
also
a good
dive
idea.
into the Garrison, um, like what we found and discovered and stuff like that. That'd be really cool. So, but yeah, guys, you got anything else?
Not this week.
No.
Nope.
No,
All
I
Not
don't
right.
that I
think
can
so.
think
I
of.
think I'm gonna start pulling some tales from Discord. Get a drop for it. Tales of Discord. Or something like
There are
that.
some interesting conversations
There is
going on
some.
there.
Yeah, you think?
There's some interest. I am collecting some from, what did I collect that from? You guys remember?
It was when something was down, I think, and we were just all just looking at the Discord.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
right. When
right. I
the
forgot that you
server's
even
hard went
collected
down.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was some funny comments. So we'll roll that maybe on the clips on YouTube or something like that, and maybe read a few of them on the podcast next time. But all right, guys. With that, we will wrap it up for Beastaru, AndyHara, and hey, I can't do it in that accent for you. And Pipster.
He's like, okay.
Wow,
Hey, peace
leaving Nate
out.
out.
We'll see you guys later. Have a good life. Bye.
You're
Take it
you're
easy.
officially shut off, Pip.